Okay, hello, hey, it's Terry Bontemps again. I just want to show you guys my automated webinar. And where am I getting all this technology from? I know you guys are going like, wow, Terry, you're just blowing up. You're everywhere. Again, Success Fest, you guys, Success Fest 21. Again, it's going to be August 24th to 28th. I'm gonna leave all the information in the comment section so you can go in and get your free ticket, your free virtual ticket. But this is some of the things that we're going to be covering, you know, how to increase your income, how to make an impact, how to use technology, the internet, social media to blow up your business. Okay. Time for a change, do something different. Well, you'll get some ideas again at Success Fest. So basically this page right here is the registration page for my automated webinar. And again, it's a free webinar, and it's called From Nothing to Millionaire, Buying Foreclosures from Banks. It's my story. It's what I've done, but they've crafted it especially for me. They handcrafted it especially for me. This story, everything we're doing is geared toward my years, my 40 years of real estate investing, my 20 years of teaching people how to invest in real estate. So what you do, you go over and you can register. But first, I'm going to show you a little bit of the preview video. The rich don't have jobs, you guys. They don't work for money. They make money work for them. The rich don't work for money. They have money work for them. You guys have heard that. But no one's shown you how that's done. I'm doing it right now. This is what I've been doing for the last 19 years. I bought my first house when I was 20 years old because my uncle told me, save your money, buy a house, pay it off. Glad I listened to him. I had a mentor in my teenage years, my uncle, who was a real estate investor. I asked him one day, I said, hey, what do you do for a job? I don't have no job. I'm a real estate investor. I own a duplex. I live on one side, the tenant lives on the other side. The tenant pays all of my expenses to live on. I don't need a job. I own real estate. My mom, my dad, my uncle, my nieces, my aunts, my friends, my in-laws, they all got jobs. So wait a minute now, you don't have a job? What are you? I'm a real estate investor. All right. Now, how does that work again? Look, son, pay attention. This property, it's a duplex. I live on one side, tenants on the other side. The tenant pays all of my expenses. They pay my mortgage. They pay my house, my expenses. They pay my food. They pay my groceries, my clothes, my car, my everything. I go, what? What? You don't have to have a job because you own this stuff? He goes, yeah. He said, let me tell you something. You buy one of these, you save your money so you can buy it. I want you to pay it off so you don't have any debt. As a teenager, what? Don't blow your money. Save your money, buy a house, pay it off so you have no debt. Best advice I've ever had. I owe no banks, no money on my real estate. I have no debt, no credit card debt, no automobile debt, no student loan debt. I don't owe anybody money. I pay cash. There you go. So if you happen to watch that and it caught your attention, you're going, hey, Terry, I want more. So what you're going to do is go register, or you've probably already gone to register, especially if you have an interest in real estate. And again, this is being, hey, Success Fest is being broadcast globally, you guys. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine you have a product? I don't care what it is, a restaurant, a barbershop, a bakery, it don't matter. If you're online, if you can get a vehicle like this to broadcast your story, your product, what you have to offer the world so that you can make an impact on people and increase your income, this type of vehicle will definitely propel you further than the efforts that you have. So again, that's called using social media. I've been posting on Facebook, posting on LinkedIn, and people are reposting and they're saying, hey, congratulations. All kinds of good stuff is happening right now, okay? So I'm showing this to you guys so you guys can see what it's like to have, again, I've worked 40 years in real estate, 20 years of teaching. I've taught students all over the United States. My students have made all kinds of money. So, you know, I've got an established business. I'm an established business person. I'm an expert and authority in my field. Why not expose this to the world? Let's say it goes out to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, and maybe there's a small percentage of those that want to do real estate. Bam. I think I'm the only real estate guy on the platform, if I'm not mistaken. Other people do real estate, but I don't think anybody else has a coaching program that they have. So let's just say I have one course, and it's $97. And I'm reaching millions of people. Look at that, $97 for a product to reach out to millions that, you know, that product could change their lives, get them more involved in real estate, get them to, you know, make a little money and pay off some debt, pay some bills, send the kids to college, you know, buy that car, pay all cash, buy a new house. So that's the magic of real estate. And I've been speaking it for so long, it's just natural for me. It's just normal. So even if you're a speaker, okay, if you're a speaker and you're trying to get established and you want speaking gigs, hey, this is something that happened to me. I got 2 speaking gigs already, and we haven't even launched, again, SUCCESSFEST, okay? That's because people seen me, they heard me, they see I'm, you know, connected to this program. Hey, we need another speaker. All right, so again, what this page is meant to do, it's meant to send you to the lead page, okay? My lead page, it says, hey, look, if you're interested, get on this 30-minute discovery call with Terry Bontemps. Go ahead and schedule it, and we'll get on the line and we'll talk. So it takes the viewer right through this funnel. They get on my schedule and we talk about real estate. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and register. And when I register, I'm gonna get an email. Okay, I'm gonna get an email. It's really cool. Right? So let's see. And the thing of it is, it's 24 hours, 7 days a week, 24-hour days, 7 days a week. This thing don't stop. It don't turn off. It don't get tired. It just keeps on producing. It's a well-oiled machine, you guys. Wow. I had never seen nothing like this. I'm just stoked at the things that how technology makes our lives easier. You know, I can stay home. You know, I can just stay home and not have to leave. And this thing reaches out across the globe and someone says, hey, I want to buy your $97 program, or they want to buy my most expensive program, or they want to have a mastermind with me, you know, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, 100,000, you know, whatever value I build into that. So it takes all my information and it registers me. Bam. Congratulations, you're registered. From Nothing to Millionaire, Buying Foreclosures from Banks, hosted by Terry Bontemps. Learn how to get foreclosure properties directly from banks, 30% to 40% below market value with no money and no credit. So they can actually take the link and put it in the browser, or they can go to their email. Right now, I have an email from, let's see, there it is right there. So boom. All right. From Nothing to Millionaire, Buying Foreclosure Properties from Banks. Okay, tells me the date, August 2nd, which we're on today, and it tells me what time it starts. Okay, they've recorded this also. There's the replay video if I want to watch the replay video later on. So, you know, if the person that's viewing is busy, guess what? They can come back anytime they want to, again, watch my webinar. See, that's on demand, and it's at their convenience when they want, okay, to watch my information. So I love it. I love it. It's at the top of their mind. So let's see. I don't think that was the right one. I was down my list. Let's go back again. How to invest, real estate, make money, build wealth, get rich and be a millionaire. Okay. So this is the actual email. I was looking at a previous one. So congratulations, you registered. The live session's right here. So I can go ahead and click that right now and I can, excuse me, get started. Let's see what that other email says. How to invest in real estate live meeting. We're about to start. We're about to start. Get ready, get ready, get it ready. Go watch this guy, the bank foreclosure millionaire, talk to you about what he does to see if this may fit, and he may be the guy that you want to be your coach. Maybe you can relate to his story about being in the struggle. Get a little water here. All right. maybe you, again, can relate to my story of being in the struggle. Maybe you've got some credit issues. Maybe you got some foreclosures, late payments. Maybe, hey, you're living paycheck to paycheck. And maybe the bank is saying, hey, you don't qualify right now. Wait while the price go up and then come back and see if you qualify. Or, you can't get that pre-qualification letter and you just don't fit the mold. You're not that square peg, you're a round peg. So what does a round peg do? Well, golly, a round peg is just meant to just keep renting, keep making the landlord rich. But hey, that person, the round peg, still wants the American dream. But I haven't heard where someone will teach you, if you're in the struggle and you got some challenges, how to go out and make money, build wealth, get rich, and be a millionaire in real estate, so that you can have the American dream. You can have the nice car, the nice house. You can have the toys, send the kids to college, put money in the bank account, be able to spend some quality time with your family, friends, your church, your community, be able to donate to charity. See, the American dream. You want the American dream also, okay? It's just not for the rich and the wealthy and the privileged and, everybody that's, got it made. They got the degree, they got the white picket fence, they're married, they got 5 degrees. Well, there's a whole nother side of the world that, is kind of forced to just take the bits and the pieces. They're entitled, they can go out and get the education, but life's tough, money's tight. You'd rather put groceries on the table, maybe then go to a seminar, or maybe they don't have the $5,000, the $3,000, the $25,000, $100,000 to go ahead and invest into a real estate program where they know they're going to get rejected by the bank. See, I can go on and on and on and on and on. And this is what the owner of SUCCESSFEST did. He sat me down and he says, Terry, tell me your story. He said, man, I like it. He says, because the people in the struggle, they need what you have. Right? They need what you have because you have another way. You got another way for them to possibly achieve the American dream so that they can own their own home instead of renting a home. So let's go ahead and go to the session room. Let's see what they got in there for me. All right. Well, let's see. Go ahead and start the broadcast. Oh, 34 people there. Wow.
Is a wholesaler, fix and flipper, and a landlord. And on the far end, the high end, that's note buying.
Okay, we already started this in advance.
That's note
so
buying.
Again,
that's the profits from buying a note.
I'm going to show you guys how this works. Look at the right.
Next KPI is total investment. Okay, and all you're seeing is charts from different deals of what my students have invested into real estate to make the profits that we have achieved, me and my students. Okay, that's the total amount we invested. These are the analytics, the data. And again, my favorite one, which I've been working with you guys on, is return on investment. Return on the investment. Again, if you look to the high side with the graph, the highest graph, that's my student Holly. My student Holly, that's a 4,444% return on her investment that you see all the way to the top. And then to the far end where there's hardly any graphs, that is a wholesaler, that is a fix and flip, and a landlord on that far end as far as comparing return on investment and showing you the proof and the facts about, again, investing in notes. The tallest one is 4,444%. That's my student Holly. She bought a note from a bank for $9,000 and made $400,000 of profit. My students are making some of the most money per deal in the United States, bar none. Again, I'm talking about the KPIs. I went and made larger copies to try to show this to you guys. These KPIs are included in my course, which I'm going to talk about. Next, the time to get investment back. When you invest your money, you need to know and project how long it's going to take to get your money back. That's a key statistic, a key indicator of if you should do the deal or not. Okay? When you invest your money, When do you expect to get that money back? And again, yesterday I talked about this. When I invest my money at 14%, okay, I want to get my money back in 86 months. Okay, and how do I know these things? Again, because I've tracked the data, I've studied, okay, we've done our research. And to give you a little bit more details here, if you invest your money at 25%, no matter how much money it is, whether it's $1,000, $100, $1, $1 million, 10 million, if you're buying in Dubai, if you invest your money at 14%, it will give you a return. Your money will come back in 86 months. If you invest your money at 25%, it will come back in 48 months. If you invest your money at a 30% return on its investment. No matter how much money, no matter how much money, no matter how much money you invest, if you invested at 30%, you get a 30% return, it's going to take you 40 months to get that amount of money back. I've done the research, I've studied it, I know this for a fact. This is the intelligence that I'm bringing to my training and my course that I want you guys to see. Okay, if you invest your money at 54%, investing $10,000 of my own money to buy a note from a bank, and I knew that I wanted a 54% return. I also knew that if I was getting a 54% return on my investment, that I would get my investment back, my $10,000 in 22 months. Can you guys hear the high intelligence, the financial intelligence and the education that I'm going to be transferring to you when you become one of my students? And this is one-on-one training that I will give you. Next, the profit margin percentage. The profit margin percentage. How much of the deal is actually your profit? And again, the highest returns are from my students. That highest graph is from my students, again, that are buying notes.
Look in the chat
this
room.
One here, the highest one is 92%. That was Ron's deal. Ron was the student that made the 1.2 million. He invested $110,000 to make the 1.2 million. So you can see that he had 92% of that deal was profit. Woo, analytics, I love them. Does the deal have any equity? Do you have any equity in the property, which is important? Again, I'm talking about key performance indicators, things that determine whenever you invest your money, will it be a deal? When you invest in real estate, you look at these statistics, and statistics will tell you if you have a deal. Most people, what do? They guess. They have no way of analyzing. They're using no logic. They're just using emotion. And then they wonder why they lose money. They're basing it off feelings. They're basing their investment decisions. They're basing their money that they put into the market on feelings. Feelings. Sure way to lose your money, ladies and gentlemen. And you need somebody like me to tell you the honest truth. Whenever you take your money and you place it in someone else's hands and you don't send them through a process like I'm going through right now, you might as well kiss that money goodbye. Why would you put your money, your hard-earned money, into someone else's hands that's not sending you through this process so that they can show you how they evaluate their investment decisions using your money? Doesn't make any sense to me. I never, ever, ever give anybody my money so they can invest it for me. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I've invested in my education. I have some smarts. I know how to go out, and I know how to find real estate deals, and I know how to make money. Why do I let someone else take my money and invest it for me? I invest my own money and keep all of the profits. I'm in control of my money. I make the decisions, whether to keep it in, take it out, sell it. It's my choice. What are we buying for on the dollar? What are we buying real estate for on the dollar? And if you look, you see the bank. That's the note end. If you look to the left, that's the real estate end. Look at how much the fix and flipper, look how much the wholesaler, look how much the landlord are paying on the dollar to own real estate. That's in white. And if you look at the far end, yesterday I talked about buying a note from the bank for $10,000. I bought that note for 25 cents on the dollar. So I'll look to the far end of the bank and I'll just tell you these numbers because you guys can't see them. My students are buying notes for 18 cents on the dollar, 34 cents on the dollar, 47 cents on the dollar. Holly bought a note for 2 cents on the dollar, 9 cents on the dollar, 45 cents on the dollar, and 13 cents on the dollar. Multiplying and increasing our money. I talked about this yesterday. As an investor, your job is to multiply, increase, grow your money. That's what an investor does. They take their money, they invest, and they want to see it multiplied. I've measured the statistics, the numbers on my students' deals and my deals also, and look at there. Look at the multiples of money. The 44 times multiple was Holly. Holly bought a note for $9,000. She made $400,000. She multiplied her money 44 times as an investment. That's incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Buying notes from banks. And if you look to the far end, the wholesalers, the landlord, and the flippers are not even on the charts. They don't multiply their money as much as notes does. Again, this is why I call it the most valuable, the most profitable real estate system. The number one way for building wealth in real estate, bar none, is notes. While I transition to my next thing, you guys, I want you to grab your calculator. I want you to grab your calculator. You notice I put $1 million in that calculator first. I started that this morning. I said, hey, I'm going to remind my students, everybody watching, to get their calculator and get it ready, because that is how I'm going to teach you to invest in real estate, by you putting the numbers in the calculator, so that you can do it for yourself. You can see it, go back to these trainings, re-listen to what I'm saying, and work the numbers so that you have a model to work for yourself. So grab your calculator, put $1 million in there, and just let it sit. Give me a second while I transition to my next thing, because what I want to show you now is a comparison. I want to show you a comparison between a fix and flip deal in comparison to what my student Holly did on her deal. Now, I showed you all the KPIs. Now what I've done is I've put them in an order so that you can see what all that means. Let's take a look. Comparison, a rehabber versus notes. The rehabber makes $35,000 of profit. They invest $115,000. Their return on investment, 30.4%. Time, 60 to 90 days. Their profit margin is 23%. The equity is profits, we don't have to worry about that, but they're paying 76 cents on the dollar. Okay, let me just do one thing. That's a rehabber. That's a person that takes this property, they buy it, they fix it, They flip it, they sell it with a realtor, they stage it, just like HGTV, which the predominant amount of people are doing in real estate. Now let's talk about buying the paper, buying the note, buying the financing. Let's look at the profits. Again, same comparison. Holly made $400,000 on one deal. These are the KPIs. She invested $9,000. Her return on investment, 4,444%. She did that in 9 months. The amount of profit, her profit margin is 70.1%. Again, there was $170,000 of equity in that property. She paid 2 cents on the dollar for that note. That's amazing. Now, I'm going to compare Holly's deal to Ron's deal. Again, Ron made $1.2 million in 1 hour buying notes. Holly made $400,000 in 9 months. So what is the comparison? You know, if I was to ask you guys, which one, if you had a choice, would you choose? You obviously would tell me, hey, Terry, I'll take both of them. I'll take Ron's 1.2 million. That's a lot of money. I'll even take Holly's 400,000. Man, that's simply amazing. And again, how did these guys do this, you guys? How did they do this? I taught them how to invest in notes. My training. Holly paid $25,000 for her education. She went to a seminar. The seminar told them, hey, look, if you pay us $25,000, we have this fantastic, great guy, great personality, coolest guy in the world named Terry Bontemps that will come to your town and teach you for 3 days how to do real estate. That's what Holly did. Ron actually went to the bank to buy his commercial note. He walked into the bank and said, hey, I want to buy this property over here. The bank says we can't sell it. We can't sell it because we don't own it. And you know what he was doing? He was like, wow, what do you mean? What do you mean? So the bank told him, hey, we will sell you the note. So what does Ron do? Ron says, man, I ain't got no idea what notes are. So he gets on the internet and he starts surfing YouTube videos. Guess what he finds? He finds some great guy with a great personality, great smile, been involved in real estate for 40 years, been teaching people for 19 years. He's got 320 videos on YouTube. His name is Terry Bontemps. And guess what? He puts his phone number out. It's 916-470-3869. Hey, this is Terry. How can I help you? Yeah, you got a bank that wants to sell you a note, huh? All right, you want to go in and buy the note on Tuesday? Today is Friday, and you want a training? Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll charge you $700 for a Saturday and Sunday. I'll train you till you're blue in the face and you get tired, and that's what we'll do. So I trained Ron for 2 days. He goes into the bank on Tuesday. The bank was owed $850,000 for a note. The property was worth $1.3 million. The bank was owed $850,000. The bank was asking $300,000 for the note. My student Ron offered $110,000, gave them the cash. Bam, closed the deal. 1 hour. Made 1.2 million. So let's look at the data. Let's compare each side of the coin. How does, excuse me, getting excited. How does the numbers look? How does the numbers look for both deals? All right, let's take Ron's 1.2 million profit, invested $110,000. His return on investment, 1,090%. His return on investment's a little lower than Holly's, but he closed the deal in 1 hour. Holly took 9 months. Ron's profit margin is 923%. Wow, he's got 1.2 million equity, that's still profits. And he bought it for 9 cents on the dollar, a note from a bank. How about Holly? She made $400,000 of profit. She invested 9,000. Her return on investment is 4,444%. She did that in 9 months. Her profit margin is 70.1%. She left $170,000 in the deal. She flipped that and wholesaled it, paid 2 cents on the dollar, you guys. Powerful. Houses, rehabbers. Oh, and I wasn't finished. There's one more. Multiplied their money. Let's see how much Ron multiplied his money, and let's see how much Holly multiplied her money, her investment. Ron, again, multiplied his investment 10 times. Holly increased her investment 44 times. That means she made 44 times the money she invested. Ron made 10 times the money he invested. Ron invested 110,000, made 1.2. That's a 10 times multiple. Holly invested 9,000, made 400,000. That's a 44 times multiple. That's how you invest in real estate. It's how you multiply your money and increase your money, profits, and wealth. Give me 1 second while I get back to my main page. All right, again, that was kind of what I couldn't do yesterday because the pictures was a little bit too small. I've asked you guys to get your calculators so that I can teach you. A lot of times you guys are on seminars, webinars, and you're sitting there. You're like this, you're sitting there and the person is just talking and you're like, you're dazing off. And after so many times of hearing so much stuff, even when you read and there's so much stuff, page after page, you don't really absorb it. You don't soak it up. But what I'm learning is that if I have you guys participate, again, I ask you to put in your calculator $1 million. Put that in your calculator. That's your worth. That is the amount of money that you, will have in your bank account. That's a millionaire status. I talked about how COVID is going to be the biggest financial opportunity for real estate investors to build wealth and profit from for the next 5 years. So if you're watching me right now and you're hearing me give this presentation, excellent opportunity right now because everybody's at home. The economy's opening up. I know that. But the economy is going to take some time to get caught up. The damage has been done by this COVID pandemic. You have landlords, that are taking a hit because they can't evict and tenants are not paying. How do I know that? Because I have a tenant that has not paid me since March of 2020. By the time I evict, she may be in there for 1 year without paying rent. I have expenses, I have upkeep, I have property taxes, and if that money was what I used to live on, it has created major problems financially for landlords. So who is your customer right now? That's your customer. That's who you should be marketing to. That's who you should be trying to get a hold to see if they've got some real estate that they want to sell, keep, or give away. And if they're in foreclosure, they may have a note that you can buy from the bank to produce the type of results that I'm showing you with my students. Similar results to Holly and Ron. If you're sitting there right now, I'm giving you the exact blueprint for how you can profit and make money during COVID and for the next 5 years to set your family up for life. It's up to you to decide if you want to do it, Again, there's homeowners that cannot make their mortgage payments. They're on a forbearance plan because their job has been furloughed. Their job is never coming back. They don't have the money to make the mortgage payment. COVID caused that. I talk about the 6 Ds. That's death, debt, divorce, and distress. Because of COVID, it is causing people to have financial anxiety, death. People are dying because of COVID. And they're passing, there's real estate. A family member may inherit this real estate that lives in North Carolina. The property's in California. It's cluttered. The family member just wants to get rid of it quick, and they will sell it at a discount. That is your customer. There are people that are divorcing. Too much time together. COVID caused us to stay at home, to stay safe. They realized they got together and it was too much turmoil, not enough space, too much debt. COVID caused divorces. They have a property, they have a house. They decided to split up. They're never coming back again. She's going south, he's going north. They're never coming back to this house again. This is your customer, your client. Why? Because you may have a solution to help them solve this problem. Because if they don't solve it, they don't get it taken care of, they both will have a foreclosure on their credit report. You have solutions, you have answers. This is your client. What do you want to do? Save it, keep it, sell it, give it away, or if it's in foreclosure, we will try to buy the note. Distress. There's all kinds of distress caused by COVID. Okay? Death, debt, divorce, and distress will allow you to buy this at a discount so that you guys can make some dollars. Okay? There are people that just give their house away. I had a lady give me 2 houses on one lot. Her husband had passed away. She didn't want the houses. She was going to give them back to the bank. I asked her for those houses. Can I have them? She said yes. $2,100 a month is what I'm making on those 2 houses. I'll never sell them. Right now, they're worth $400,000. I don't owe any banks any money on any of my real estate, and especially on that property. So I got $2,100 a month coming in a month that someone gave me because they didn't want the house. There are people out there, ladies and gentlemen, that will give their houses away. You just have to know how to ask, and they will give them to you. Okay? How do I know all of this, you guys? I got 2 foreclosures on my credit report. And if you could have gave me a solution, I would have given to you. I'm going to show you guys how to find a partner, a money partner, and you're going to split your deals with that money partner 50-50. You've got the knowledge, you've got the smarts, you've got the know-how to find great real estate deals, okay? Your money partner is going to put up the money, and you're going to split it 50-50. If you haven't seen The Banker movie, okay, The Banker movie, with Bernard Garrett and Samuel Jackson and Neil Long. It's an Apple product. You need to watch it. That's the best real estate movie I have ever seen in my whole life. In that movie, they flip a package of loans for $189,000 profit on a flip. Incredible movie. I've watched HGTV shows. This Banker movie is the best, bar none. Bernard Garrett is a hungry real estate investor just like you. He reminds me of me when I was coming up. I wanted to be great. I wanted to be a great real estate investor so I can take care of my family financially. Bernard Garrett started out as a shoe shine boy. He would shine the shoes of the rich businessmen that had money, they had wealth, and they had real estate. He would go home, write notes on what he learned. As he grew up, he wanted to be a mogul. He wanted to be a property owner. He wanted to be rich. He wanted to be wealthy. And you could see from day one, that was his determination. He went and stayed with his in-laws for a few days. The in-laws said, hey, I get you a job at Boeing so that you can have a job. He says, nope. I'm going to be a property owner. I'm going to be a real estate investor. I'm going to be a mogul. So the movie takes you through his journey. And it reminds me of exactly what I did. And it reminds me of me because there was notes involved, and I'm in the note business and dealt with banks, the banker, bankruptcy, bank foreclosure millionaire. I love the banking side. I'm also going to show you how to flip notes with no money, no credit. How to flip a note with no money, no credit. Wholesaling notes. See, y'all think you need money. Y'all think you need money to do this business. If you have some money, that helps. You need knowledge, you guys. You need knowledge. So today, I need you to get your calculator. Please read that. I need you guys to get your calculator so I can teach you and show you how to make money, how to invest and build wealth. Today, I am going to teach you how you will learn how to make money and be an investor if you just use your calculator like I'm showing you. Remember yesterday I talked about ROI? You must remember that. Your profit divided by your investment equals ROI, the return on your investment. Again, please, you guys, get this if you want to be an investor. Profit divided by investment equals ROI. Today, I'm not going to go over the formula much. I'm just going to say it. Y'all got to do it. Again, what's the day all about? How to buy notes from banks without using your own cash or credit. And if you got cash and credit, that makes it nice. The bank's going to want cash. It could be your cash, it could be someone else's cash, but they want cash. Yesterday, we talked about a property, okay, where I bought the note. We're looking at the second. That's what I'm looking at buying. There's a $35,000 second for 20 years. The monthly payment is $454.42. $454.42. The owner's not making the payments. Okay. They're going to borrow $35,000. They're going to pay back $74,000 in interest. That's well over $108,000. That's the loan that they signed up for to put on their property. Now, the reasons the interest rate is high is because this person probably had some credit challenges. So the bank, in order to secure themselves, put a high interest rate on it. But guess what? That interest rate didn't matter to that owner. They wanted the money. So they borrowed the money. Now, when they pay it back, they'll pay back $109,000. Here's another way of looking at it. Try to make it simple for you guys. They borrowed $35,000, 14.75. Over 240 months, they're going to make payments of $454.42. That's the original. This is what we're looking at. This is what the bank is selling because this owner is not making their payments. This is what it is now. They're owed $40,000 to the bank because they weren't making payments. They're 17 payments behind. They owe $7,725.14. They stopped making payments for 17 months. They're behind $7,724.14. Now the bank could have foreclosed, started the foreclosure, but they didn't. The reason why I don't want to go into a lot of details because it can get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, cause us to get off track. But the bank has decided they want to sell it. So what happens? Terry Bontemps, because I'm in the business of buying these loans from banks. I buy these loans from banks so I can make a profit. The loan I just showed you, I'll buy it so I can make a profit. In that process, I can help that homeowner keep their home. I've been helping homeowners all across the United States keep their homes. I've helped homeowners in Arizona, California, Nevada. I've helped homeowners in Florida, Illinois, and New York keep their homes because I bought their loan from the bank. The bank was selling it, I buy it. Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, banks sell their loans. Your loan has probably been sold on your house if you own your house. So I'm not doing nothing you probably don't know of. What I am doing, though, is doing something that very few people do. I've learned how to do this. I've been doing this for 19 years. I started teaching in 2001 others how they can make money with real estate buying notes like I do. I'm a leading authority in this space. My niche, what I'm really good at is buying second loans from banks. I can remember back years ago, a few of these gurus out here that are teaching notes back then, it's saying it's dangerous to buy second notes. You'd be out of your mind to buy second notes. I just kept cashing my checks. And then they finally caught on. Oh yeah, seconds are great. Seconds are great. Let me tell you this, you guys. If you're trying to do this on your own, I'm gonna try to talk you out of it. The reason why is there's a lot of places to go wrong with notes. The note business is like this Rubik's Cube. You turn it, you twist it, you see all kinds of different things. There's a lot of things in play with notes, and you got to be able to laser in and focus on the big picture. And that's something that I've done. I've mastered this note business. So no matter how many different ways I look at it, no matter how many different colors I see, I can always bring it back to here because of my experience, because of my training. One wrong deal gone bad, and you will wish that you would have an expert like me teach you the business. And there's many ways. I showed you guys the 11 steps yesterday. In any place in that process, you could lose your money. And if you're using other people's money to do these deals, you can lose their money. And that's not a good place to be. So I want to buy that second mortgage. What's it worth to me? I said, you know what, Terry? I'll spend $10,000. Look at me talking to myself. You know what, Terry? Yeah, Terry. What do you want, Terry? I'm going to spend $10,000. I'm going to spend $10,000 to buy that from the bank. Why? Why did I pick $10,000? I picked $10,000 because if I can get that owner to make the payments of $454.42, remember, they weren't making them. They had missed 17. But if I can get them paying again, because I got a great personality, I love talking to people, I believe I can get that person to make the payments. They may not be able to make all the payment, but maybe they can make some of the payment. Let's say they can't make $454.42. What if they can make $300? What if they can make $300? Okay. I should do this. I should do this. All right, here we go, you guys. Get that calculator. $300. Their payment is $454.42, right? $300. Put that in your calculator. We're going to calculate the ROI if they paid $300 a month. So take your $300, you're going to multiply it by 12, right? Because that's going to give you your annual profit. So multiply by 12. That's going to give you $3,600 a month. I'm sorry, a year. So if I bought that for 10 grand, I would get $3,600 in 1 year. 3 years, I'll have my money back. Okay. Now, I want to decide what my ROI is. So what I want to do is divide it by the 10,000 that I invested. Divide it by 10,000. And like I told you guys yesterday, you got to move the decimal place 2 places to the right, or you got to multiply it by 100. I would get a 36% ROI if I did that deal and if I got that owner to make the payments. How many of you will make a 36% return on your money? So even if I got them to modify the loan to go from $454.42 to $300 a month, I still would make 36%, but I didn't look at it that way initially. My first initial reaction was, I want 54. When I put my money out in the market, no matter how much money it is. I wanted 54% ROI for me. So what did I do, you guys? Here's what my numbers look like. I bought it for $10,000. My interest rate, if I could have got him to pay 454.42, would be 54%. Let's do the math. Let's run the numbers. What do you got to do when you run numbers? You need this thing. It's smart. It will make you money. Keep you from losing money also. So my payment, 454.42. Bam. Multiply by 12. Come on, you guys are getting this now. Now you're starting to understand financial education. They don't teach us in school. 54.5304. That's my yearly. That's what I get if that person makes 454.42 a year. $5,453.04. Now, what do? Divide it by your investment. That's how you get your ROI. So we're going to divide it by $10,000. And again, you guys got to multiply it by 100 or move it 2 places to the right. You do that. See if you get the same thing that I get. Oh, shoot, I did the wrong number. Ooh, got too excited. Still too excited. 0.42 times 12 divided by 10,000 equals times 100. My return, just like I showed you on the paper, 54%. That's how you build wealth. That's why note buying is the most powerful real estate wealth building system in the world. I'm the bank. I don't do any maintenance. I don't do any repairs. I don't fix no toilets. I don't paint. I don't go to Home Depot when I'm the bank. Think about it. You own your house. Does the bank do any of those things? Does the bank paint, fix your toilets? Does the bank do repairs? Does the bank do any maintenance on your property? No, that's your responsibility. The bank, all they want you to do is what? Send that monthly payment to them. Send that monthly payment. That's all they do. Here's what you guys are saying to me. I can hear you. I know what you're saying. So I hear you guys. You know why? Because I was the same way. I was the same way. I know what you're saying. Terry, I don't have no money. I don't have no money, credit, or experience. When will you get the money? There's a reason you don't have the money. It's because you don't know how to have your money work for you. You don't know how to have your money working hard for you at night while you're asleep. You're used to getting up, going to the job, punching a clock, getting a check, and then that check is gone by the time you get it, paycheck to paycheck. Year after year after year after year after year after year, working for a paycheck. I'm not talking down to you, but you're working hard for the money. You got to learn how to make your money work hard for you. I put $10,000 to get $454.42 a month. Every first of the month, I get a check. I don't work for that money. That money comes to me month after month after month. And then I get my investment of $10,000 back and it just keeps on working and working and working. Passive income. But Terry, you don't understand. I don't have no money to invest in real estate. You just don't understand. Not laughing at you, laughing with you. Terry, I don't have $10,000 to buy notes so I can invest in real estate. Money. See, you're worried about money. You don't need money. You don't need money, you guys. If you don't have any, that qualifies you. Because see, if you can't make money without money, you ain't gonna be able to make money with money. People think that money makes the deal. Look at that, money just sits there. It ain't moving, it ain't doing ain't nothing. The money doesn't make the deal, y'all. This. Your thinking, your education, your knowledge, your experience is what makes the money. The money's just a tool.
Oh, there you go. That's that automated webinar. And I wanted you guys to take a look in that right-hand side there. That's the chat room. And boy, I've got testimonials from students and links that a person can go to and watch a video and go out of the automated webinar. Again, this thing works 24/7, 365 days a year. I also received a text message about this webinar before it started, and the title was How to Invest in Real Estate. The session you have registered for is starting in 15 minutes. Check your email for the link so you can access it, and the onboarding sessions. Again, the links, take a look at the right, the little blue links. All the person has to do is click it, boom, and they're going to a YouTube video. I've already done the work. Now what I'm doing is letting the automation and the technology go out and find people that want to invest in real estate, okay? And also, you notice in the chat, there was a pop-up that said, hey, in order to book your free call with Terry Bontemps, click this button, okay? And it was titled How to Invest in Real Estate, Make Money, Build Wealth, Get Rich, and Be a Millionaire, see? There you go, you guys. So that's automated webinar. And again, we're talking about SUCCESSFEST 21. And again, I want to encourage you guys to attend that. That's August 24th through 28th, 4 days. And then there's an additional day for people to come in if they want to talk to an expert like myself. You come in, I'll do a little teaching and talking on that day, and you can come to my table and talk to me personally. We can talk about anything. Okay, talk about, you know, maybe the challenges you're having. Maybe you're in the struggle. Maybe you've always wanted to get started in real estate and haven't. Maybe this is the time. So that's what I love about SUCCESSFEST. Again, it's going global. And again, the technology is incredible. You see the graphics, all that automation was set up for me. Now, we had training calls where they showed us, you know, what we have to do in order to make all this happen. But, you know, I don't know nothing about CRMs. I don't know nothing about, you know, all that back office technology stuff. Man, I have no clue how that stuff works. So they set it all up for me from start to finish. Again, we got a course that I'm going to have built. It's going to be a written course. I already know the training material. I teach the training material. I got videos on the training material, but I didn't have the written information for people to look at. Some people like to read. Some people like to watch videos. Some people like listening to audios. Okay. Some people like face-to-face. So I got to try to meet people where they're at. And that's one thing I wanted to get is that written course. So again, all of this came about by SUCCESSFEST 21. So go to successfest21.com, and hey, we'll see you guys on the next video. And I'm going to hopefully be able to make my next video on the platform that we're using, to have all these people all over the world meet us in this platform so we can show you guys how to change your life, improve your lives, make an impact, get a new hobby, get a new job, try some new skills. And we're going to meet you right where you're at. Attend from the comfort of your living room, grab your popcorn, your potato chips, tell some family members, tell your nieces, uncles, aunts, your nephews, tell everybody, hey, all it is a simple click of the link to watch some of the top experts in the country teaching what they know how to do and what they've been doing for years and years and years. Hey, it's Terry Bontemps. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.